So I wasn't able to catch all of DC fandom like I had hoped, but I did catch a few things. I caught some key trailers, pretty much the Wonder Woman trailer as well as the Batman trailer, and then some of the game stuff. And I also managed to luckily catch the announcement with Milestone. But tonight we're going to be doing some low tier content, and I'm just going to be giving you my thoughts and reactions to the Batman trailer. But before we jump into this trailer, please go over and check out pixelnation.io, which is my website. It has all my latest videos along with a backup of my live stream. So if you didn't catch it live, I tend to go and make those unlisted because of YouTube reasons, but you have the ability to go and find them here and check them out. And also, I would greatly appreciate it if you go and check out Russ Leach's IndeGoGo, Only Death Can Save Us. Now, right now it's not live, but if you go and put in your email address, you can get a notification when it does go live. And quite frankly, I think it's worth checking out. Russ is the guy who came up with my avatars, the ones I have been using most recently, along with my logo and the Pixel Nation logo as well. And as you can see, by going and scrolling down, you can check out some of his art, which is pretty freaking fantastic. I think Russ is a great artist, and he's definitely worth checking out. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Bash that bell for notifications. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. And let's go and check out the Batman trailer. Now, I have to admit, there's actually quite a few things I like about this trailer, and some things I find questionable and just don't like. The whole duct tape thing that's going on here is actually pretty neat. Because that's some creepy shit right there. The dude's face all duct taped up. No more lies. It's kind of interesting. I'm guessing the Riddler's doing that.
From your secret friend. Who?
Yeah, it has to be, because the whole thing with Riddler and whatnot, and mysteries and, you know, enigmas. Ha ha ha. Enigma. Anyway. Jeffrey Wright. I have to admit, I like they nailed the look. They did a pretty good job of making him look like Commissioner Gordon, minus the fact that he's not a white dude. But overall, I mean, it's not that hard, right? Mustache, glasses. Not going to complain too much there.
Haven't a clue. Let's play a game. Just me and you.
Definitely the Riddler. Duh.
Any of this mean anything to you?
Oh, and here we go. Okay. I never liked the costume since they did the reveal, especially with the whole thing with the gun on the chest. And I hate it. I absolutely hate it. I really do. And there are low budget independent films that have done it way better. Robert Pattinson just looks really fucking young. And I get this is supposed to be year one, but dude should be a little bit older or look a little bit beefier. I don't know. I mean, he just, I'm not buying it. Not buying it. And right there, oh God, let me back that up. The whole thing right there with his eyes. I mean, what we're getting, folks, is emo Batman. Okay, he's like lurking in the bushes. He's got his Skyliner on. He's staring all creepily like. What I want to see out of my Batman is this big tough dude punching the shit out of criminals. And yeah, we do get a little bit of that in the trailer, and it does look awesome, I have to admit. But not buying him as Batman. He is such a wrong pick for this. However, I do think he would have made a very good Dick Grayson. And he's got the build for it too, which I think would have worked. Either have him play, you know, Robin or Nightwing. They could have just done a Nightwing movie. And I think Pattinson would have been perfect for it, but not Batman.
You're becoming quite a celebrity. Why is he writing to you?
There we go, right there. I mean, okay, so let's do this side-by-side comparison. I mean, you see it, right, folks? I mean, he would definitely make a much better Nightwing than Batman. I don't know. He doesn't have that rugged look about him. I don't buy it. Where Robin is definitely much more of a pretty boy, and as you can see, I think they have a very similar build. Batman definitely has more of that. Well, Ben Affleck. I mean, he looked like Batman. He was a bit older, but he definitely had the build for it. I mean, dude was fucking jacked, but he looked the part. I bought him the suit. I bought him as Bruce Wayne. The only thing I hated about his version of Batman was the vocalizer that they threw on him to gravel up his voice. I think he should have just done like I'm Batman, something like that, something really deep and husky, rather than the robot thing. Anyway, you get my point. Once I get through this trailer, I want to talk about costumes, specifically when it comes to comic books, and how I feel Hollywood does a really shitty job of interpreting these costumes, and how there's been, cosplayers as well as independent projects that do it way better than Hollywood, and is a huge pet peeve with me. And I'll probably talk about the whole thing with Wonder Woman tomorrow night. More specifically, I should say Cheetah's costume. Wonder Woman's costume is actually fine. So this is our first look at Zoe Kravitz. Now, when it comes to race swapping characters, at times I do have a problem with it, and other times I don't. And I'm kind of okay with it when it comes to Zoe Kravitz, mainly because they do have kind of precedent to go off of, with Eartha Kitt playing Catwoman, and before that they had Julie Newmar. So it's fine, I guess. I honestly don't have very strong feelings on this one.
If you are justice, please do not lie. What is the price for your blind eye?
Okay, that has to be Riddler. Let me back it up so you can see it.
The price for your blind eye.
Right there. Yeah, that has to be him. And I want to say that kind of looks green. Yeah, it does. My monitor here is a little dark, but looking at the other screen, his outfit does look green. So this has to be the Riddler. I'm curious to see if they're actually going to be doing, the goofy green suit with the question marks on it. Now, I have to say that the costume they used in the Gotham TV series was actually pretty well done. And I always have to bring up cosplayers because it seems like they always do it better than Hollywood. Probably because they actually have a passion for it. I mean, look at this dude. He looks freaking amazing. He is the Riddler. And I don't understand why they can't do costumes like this. Maybe because they think it looks just too goofy or something. But it's spot on. And if they want to tone it down a bit because they think it looks too goofy, they could do something like this. This is a guy cosplaying as the Riddler from Arkham Knight. And again, that looks pretty cool. He's got the questions on there. It's not overdone. And it looks pretty neat. Anyway, let's continue on.
The hell are you supposed to be?
Okay, so I have to say, at least from the fight choreography standpoint, I really like what I'm seeing here. That was executed very well. It was very brutal. It seems kind of rough because it's year one and it's not as refined, and you just pounds the shit out of that guy. And I like that. It's pretty cool. Hopefully we'll get more of that throughout the movie.
I'm vengeance.
Now, Kevin Conroy will forever be my Batman, and it's really difficult to hear somebody else portray that voice because his voice is just, he's been doing it since the 90s. It's so ingrained into my brain, and he played that part so fucking well. It really ruins it for everybody else that goes to try and play the part. And the issue with Robert Pattinson, like I said, I can't buy him as Batman. Nightwing, man, that they should have cast him as Nightwing. Part looks pretty cool, I have to say. That looks cool. Now, the poster that we have for this movie, and I believe this is the poster. I know this is artwork for the movie. This looks amazing. This looks way better than the costume that we're getting in the film itself. And also the title sequence that we're getting is pretty fucking cool. This is the part that bothers the hell out of me the most.
Oh, my part of it. You
fucking emo Batman. Seriously, fucking emo Batman. But if that was actually the mask, I swear, man, he would look like Nightwing. Let me pull that thing up again. Totally see it, man. Dude looks like Nightwing. If he just had that mask on, he would be killing it. He would be totally killing it. But again, not as Batman. Now, I don't know what it is with Hollywood and superhero costumes, but they cannot get it right. I mean, sometimes they pull it off and they do a pretty decent job. But, oh man, this bat suit is terrible. And I have to say that probably one of the best bat suits I've seen comes from a short film that came out back in 2003 called Batman Dead End. So here's one of the photos that was taken on the set. As you can see, it looks very simple. First off, I want to note that the dude that's playing Batman is fucking jacked. I want to say also that the cape and gloves and maybe with the exception of the cowl are all leather, and that looks really freaking sweet. And when you actually see it in the short, it really sells it. It looks amazing. And look at this dude. He's got those big old meaty arms. And he's got that fucking scowl on his face. I mean, this is Batman. This is what Batman is supposed to look like. So here we have a side-by-side comparison of what Batman looks like in the comic book and then Batman from Batman Dead End. And as you can see, it looks like his like practically torn from the comic book. And I don't understand why Hollywood can't do this. It's like they don't have any faith in the kind of the goofiness of comic books, but still, I mean, that dude, he pulls it off. He has the right body type. The costume looks good. You know, it's not this like weird Kevlar stuff. It looks like old school Batman. And from that very same short, we have the Joker. And he looks like the fucking Joker right from the comic book. Hollywood, why can't you do this? And the guy who's playing the Joker is Walter Koenig's son, Andrew Koenig. And this is the dude that played Richard Boner Stabone on Growing Pains. I mean, you wouldn't know behind all that makeup, but the dude just looks freaking amazing. So, folks, what are your thoughts on this trailer? Do you have any hope for this movie? I don't buy Robert Pattinson as Batman. I really don't. Dude's too skinny. Batman needs to be a beefy dude with lots of muscles. Ben Affleck, he did a pretty decent job. Anyway, I'm also kind of tired of the reboots too. I just wish they would do an established Batman. Anyway, that's neither here nor there, apparently. I'll catch you next time, folks. Wow, you made it all the way to the end of the video. Well, if you could do me a huge favor while you're here, if you're new to the channel, go and click that subscribe button. Bash that bell for instant notifications.
And Hulk. Smash.
Smash that like button if you enjoyed this video. I even have a P.O. box if you want to go and send me some fan mail. And yes, I finally have received some. Figured I should probably go and update that just because, you know, it's been some time. Well, I've finally done it. I've gone and launched my new website, so go and head over to pixelnation.io. There you'll be able to find all my current videos, even some past live streams, as well as the thought of the day, week, or month, depending on when I actually get around to writing something. Also, in the next couple weeks, I'll be launching my new forums, so keep an eye out for that. I would love to give a huge shout out to all my Subscribe Star supporters, because without you, I'd still be making content. But in all seriousness, I do appreciate your support and your help. And I would like to give a huge shout out to my big spenders, Toxic Manflu and MarjieSmiles, and ArthurPotatoeHammer for supporting me at the Take My Money Damn It tier. Thank you very much. You three are awesome.